4 a.m. when we get in on the road, bullet.
Yeah. Only this
I'm trying to sell some cleaner that takes stain out, but can be used as oil.
Yeah, and I'm the guy that talks real fast and then tosses stuff over his shoulder.
All right, here's what we got. Let's see. We got so much going on, boy.
Oh, you're telling me.
We're so busy. We're so busy, boy.
Just got back in the continental United States.
Oh man, we was going to do it in Puerto Rico, but expense was too much.
Gotcha. Oh, don't worry. The guy who ran the show didn't care about expenses.
Let
me tell you, George.
I should be sitting there for this. I should be sitting there for this episode.
Yeah, how was Lincolnton?
Oh God, I think you can beat me on this, bullet. Maybe the same crowd. I'm not sure. Okay.
I'm not speeding.
Yeah.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Very good. I love the picture. I'm ready to get serious. I love the picture you sent me.
Oh yeah, it was real nice.
Sold out. I want pyro, maybe a lighter.
Hey, like Cole Cabana said, 5,000 people were there.
Was Ricky Morton there too?
I wouldn't be surprised. Everybody else was.
They were hanging from the rafters, I think.
They were. All right, we're gonna get serious.
Okay, time for showtime.
Welcome to another edition of Dad. You don't work, you wrestle.
I just
you
love
hear
that.
The claps.
Yes,
you
I
hear
just
the claps.
picked somebody off already.
There we go.
Okay.
So, George, I'm gonna start this way I always do. How was your weekend, buddy?
Well, you know, boy, my weekend was great, as everybody knows. We had a great, great weekend. I do want everybody that's tuned in, all the millions and millions of viewers. This is on a little bit later, and millions hanging from the rafters out there in TV land. This is a show here. Nothing stops us. Rain, sleet, snow, or a trip to Puerto Rico. We don't have a cameraman tonight. We've run off everybody, but this is going to probably be one of the hottest shows that we've ever done. The greatest, second greatest book in the world. We had a great weekend, boy. You know, I say it every week. Pro wrestling is here. It's not bad. It's here to help people. We had two great shows this past week. Lincoln, we helped some people. We've got one of the bystanders laughing, so it's making it kind of hard to do this with a straight face. But we did. We raised some money to buy the not the gravel in the parking lot, but also we bought some playground equipment. The first night, the second night had a great show. There in Ramshore, North Carolina. We did some fundraiser there for the softball team. Had Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. Great show there too. So, but the question, bullet, that I want to know, I finally got to see the famous video. I heard about it where you turned on Freight Train. I want to tell you, it was the greatest thing that I've ever seen. Probably since my ex-wife turned on me. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother program. But anyway, nobody saw it coming. I've heard it even been talked in the same breath as when Hogan turned. Oh, bullet. But I just want to commend you on that. I have apologized to Freight Train because he's not got over it yet, but nobody saw it. Listen, I even knew it was coming, and I never saw it coming. Just another example of someone coming out of George South's training school. I got to say that. But great angle, bullet. I hope I'm part of the big blow-off, because then I'll pay some bills that week. But anyway, great angle. I like to think that you sit down and put a lot of thought in that. But no one coming from George South training school, it was probably just thought of in a split second. But I thought it was great. I did. I think a lot of the fans thought it was great. It was real good, bullet. I just want to commend you on that. So, anyway.
Well, thank you for that. Sometimes you got to go into business for yourself sometimes.
I love that.
And good on me for doing so.
Oh, I love that. That was very good, bullet.
But anyways, George, I've actually, we talked a little bit what I'm doing, but I've been a few places this weekend. Yes. Was at the ECW arena. Gutted, George. It'd break your heart.
Oh my gosh.
They took out all the balconies.
Oh my gosh.
The locker rooms.
So it was just like a 10 building in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Locker rooms are gone.
Oh.
Bathrooms are gone. Crow's nest is gone. Everything that New Jack jumped off of, gone.
So there was like nothing to fall off of?
There's nothing.
Oh my gosh.
They even took down the entrance area, like where people walk through the doors, the little awning way. They took all of it down, George.
So did you actually turn in those receipts to go to Philadelphia, or was you just right down the street? Was you just right down the street at one of the buildings? But they did. Oh, boy, I hate to hear that.
They took everything out. A historic wrestling building is gutted and will never be the same.
Oh, my gosh. First, the famous Texas Sportatorium is gone.
Well, see,
now this.
That's where I was getting. See, as the good co-host, I'm not just talking about something myself and saying a story. It's a lead into a story that you've told me about your visit to the Sportatorium.
Oh, many times. Everybody knows the famous Von Erich Sportatorium there in Texas. I could not wait. All of my travels all over the world, I never got to work there as one of those famous buildings. As we say, two of the things that all wrestlers need to do is work the sportatorium and get yelled at by George South. So a lot of our guys have done the second one, but me, of course, never got to work in the sportatorium. I did get to go see it, of course, long after the history and the music had died. Well, that's very cool there to lead into that, boy.
Nice.
But anyway, I got there, Bullet. It was all gutted out, just sad, boarded up. We did break into it and got to store it. We did happen to wake up one of the drunk bums that was sleeping there. I thought he was going to tell me about the Von Erich Freebird feud, but instead he asked for a cigarette. But anyway, we couldn't help him out. But you know what's so sad about it, and I'm going to get serious, Bullet. They gutted that place, the sportatorium. They tore it down, and to this day, there's nothing in its place. That's what's so sad about it, Bullet. It ain't nothing there. There's no buildings. There's nothing, just a bunch of weeds and grass. So it kind of reminds me of what they've done there at that ECW arena. Come on, you goofballs in City Hall. Leave our buildings alone. Holy cow. And I tell you what's next, Bullet, and I'm getting off the subject here, is you watch the Mid-South Coliseum's next. I done had some inside scoops. It's just sitting there. Please, Jerry Lawler, buy the place, okay? And just keep it, okay? What the heck? But all of our buildings are going to be gone, Bullet. That's sad note here this week to hear that.
Well, think about some other buildings here in North Carolina that have kind of fell by the wayside.
Yeah. Here in Charlotte, Bullet, at one time we had 5 Coliseums. All of them sitting empty. I think we're down to 4 now. But the Park Center where I went as a kid, it's all wrote about in that book where I used to go hang out Monday nights, see Paul Jones and Blackjack. All of them used to grab their bags, walk in. They've changed the name to the Grady Cole Center. The building's still here, but it also, Bullet, has been gutted, and there's no seats in it anymore. Because a lot of the fans remember that famous show that we ran a few years back, or we were part of. Loaded card in front of 20 people.
Yep.
But still, even the wrong date on the sign when we left. But it's just sitting there. And it's sad, Bullet. It's called the Grady Cole Center. They use it for parking now at the college. So a lot of these old buildings, folks, that was such a part of pro wrestling, Bullet, they're no more. They're no more. Sad to hear that about the ECW.
Well, that's the thing. Is like your museum, you're able to grab a few pieces here and there of stuff.
Yes.
And you can hold it in a museum. But really, these wrestling buildings, they're a large part of our history, and they're going away.
You know what's so sad? Especially the ECW arena. It is like the sportatorium and what it was to the Von Erichs and Freebirds and all that. That time in wrestling, it just to be destroyed. And to hear that about that building, it just... And chances are, what are they going to put there? Another Walgreens or what?
I hear, they're going to start running wrestling shows in there.
Oh, God, that's even worse, Bullet.
But just as a wrestling fan, if I'd been there during its heyday, I mean, I'd start tearing up. It's sad.
That would be very sad. So you done that the first weekend. The second weekend, you jumped on a plane.
No.
That
was a Saturday, and then 36 hours later, I'm broadcasting another internet pay-per-view.
Oh my goodness!
In Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Fans think we just make that up. Listen, folks, I'm going to tell you, I told a guy that called today, he wanted to be part of this world tour here we got at highspots.com, but he spent the first 30 minutes telling me, Bullet, about 5 schools that he joined that shut down. And I just said, brother, listen, you need to come here. If you want to take pro wrestling serious, your training, your world traveling, folks, forget the Army, Navy, and Marines, buddy. You just jump on board here at highspots.com. We'll take you everywhere.
Well, I was actually going to join the Army, and then I thought better of it and stuck with wrestling.
Well, I love your comment about Puerto Rico. You don't just get stabbed over our bullets. You actually had a good tourist time over there, didn't you?
I'm surprised. I think there's better. I think it's higher likelihood that I'm going to get stabbed in Myrtle Beach if I go there as opposed to Puerto Rico.
I love that, Bullet.
So,
and we will be working on. I know they had a lot of pyrotechnics over there at the big show in Puerto Rico. We're hoping to get a few here, maybe a cigarette lighter, maybe a little sparkle or something. We're trying to up it here at George South TV.
Well, you should saw Ricky Banderas' entrance. I thought The Undertaker was coming out.
Oh my goodness!
I've never seen that much production put into a show.
And you got back when? Your plane just landed.
Landed.
Just a few minutes ago, Bullet. You ain't even been on the bicycle yet, buddy. Hey.
I haven't been on the bicycle to go back home yet. I came here because George South TV takes a priority.
Fans, I'm telling you right now, the man ain't slept at all just so we could do George South TV so somebody could write in and complain. So see, we care about you people.
We care to give you cannon fodder for your complaints.
Yes, we do.
So,
Bullet, as we get ready to close it, the book's doing good. We got big shows just lined up. We know we're going all over. Of course, I'm in Gastonia, big show there. They got 1 million guys on the card. Forest View, I think, high school. Me and Al Snow, 2 is what they're calling this. Al Snow, exactly. The first time we didn't kill enough of our career to where they want to book it again. So, and everybody knows Al Snow wants to turn this into a tag match with Head. Well, you know who I got. He's not here today. He's actually got the night off. But the Masked Superstar head will actually be there in Gastonia. Those will be on sale next week here at George South TV and highspots.com. But me and Al Snow, too, this coming Saturday, Bullet. And I know you got a big weekend lined up, too.
I'm not really for sure. It's slipping my mind. I'm a little like asleep. I can't think of where I'm supposed to be. So.
Well, folks, the book's doing good. I want to thank everybody. I signed a couple more tonight here at the office, and we then shipped them out. Just ordered another case. I thank everybody for making Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle probably the hottest selling book that I've ever written, Bullet. And I know it's the hottest selling book that you've ever tried to help me sell.
It's the hottest selling book in my hand right now.
That's exactly right, folks. So you better get your copy. They'll always be around, but we don't want y'all knowing that. But you need to get a copy of the book. It's a great week as always. We're busy. Folks, listen. Seriously, here as we get ready to close. If you want to be part of probably the hottest thing in pro wrestling, highspots.com, folks, just jump on here. Come to our training school. We had a good training session tonight, folks. And we don't just, I told that guy today on the phone, man, and he'll probably never hear from him again, but we don't just train you here, folks. You learn it all. Bullet, you learn it all. You may be operating my camera one night. You don't know about that, Bullet, but just I would. If I was out there looking for a school, this would be the place I'd cut. All right, Bullet. Great show this week.
But anyways, folks, we want to thank you again for joining us. Don't forget, George South book is available at highspots.com, and George South is available for just about anything.
Anything. Yell at the kids, birthday parties, I'll cut your grass. It don't matter. As long as that envelope's there, Bullet.
That's all that matters. But thanks again, folks, for another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.